What up, what up, what up? It's your boy. I'm ready. It's TIMS Tuesdays. Y'all ready? Let's get it going. I'm going to get this thing started. I'm going to let some people get up in here. Got the music playing in the background. I'm going to make that the official intro music for the series. For the TIMS Tuesday. This is my story. This is episode 3. I got a special guest coming in a bit. And now I'm going to get this shared out to a couple people. Let's get it going. Let's make sure we get it out. What's going on, everybody? Happy Tuesday. Thank you for popping in. I'm going to give it a few minutes, let some people get up in here. Mic is low. Perfect. I was just about to do a sound check. I'm waiting to... How about now? What it sound like? What it sound like? Talk to me. Turning the mic up. Any better? Any better? Mic check 1, 2. Let me know if you hear it, if it sounds better. Let me know, let me know, let me know. I'm gonna give it a few minutes. Let my special guest get in here, get settled. What's going on? Just making sure that I share this out to a couple more people. If my moderators are in here, go ahead and share this out as well. Maybe the music is too loud. That could be it too. Turn that down. You want to get the levels right. Awakening Faith, what up? Little Mama, what up? What's going on, Baller? Alright, I know Baller's a little strapped for time. I want to make sure that I don't hold him up too long. So I'm gonna just give it a moment or two. And for everybody who's in here now, don't forget to share the live, tap the screen. Let's get it going. We are here for chilling. All right, good. I'll just do a little introduction to the series. Get a couple more people in here. Little Mama, if you're in here, make sure you share it out to the group. Send the link in the chat. Let everybody know we live right now. Getting ready to bring our special guest in. This is episode 3 of TIMS Tuesday, aka This Is My Story, a series that I started so we could talk to and connect with like-minded individuals and hear their story. The brother that I'm going to bring in today to be a guest is somebody that I've been kind of watching for a few months. I really like what he does here on TikTok, and I thought that it would be great to hear his story and do it this way. So this would be my first time actually interacting in a live with the brother. His page is called Grow with Baller. And he also has another page, and I'm going to let him talk about that as part of his story. So, it's 7:02 on my clock right now. I'm going to start this thing in 2 more minutes. Let a couple more people get in here. In the meantime, if you're checking this out and this is your first time seeing this is going to be uploaded to my YouTube page. I got that set up now. The first 2 episodes, you could go and watch it now. It is on my YouTube page. So, if you haven't got to see the first 2 episodes, the first one was my story. And then I had Awakening Faith as my second guest, which is also my sister, my blood sister. And today we're going to have a very special guest. And his name is Grow with Baller, L-Town Baller. So if you've never seen his lives, he does like a grow page kind of thing. And we're gonna jump into that in a little bit here. So just give it a minute or 2. Go ahead and keep tapping the screen. If you're in here right now, we got 7 people right now. Tap the screen, share the live, and then we're gonna get this thing started. Make sure. All right, just to confirm one more time, Little Mama, if you're still in here, give me like a thumbs up if the volume is good. You love his vibe. Yeah, we actually, I feel like we both found his page around the same time, like separately. and we were like, yo, I think we might have told each other like, yo, this dude, and then I was like, we kind of like were excited about it. Has a very dope vibe. Again, this is why I felt like I'm pretty excited to. I even told Lil Mama that I'm nervous. I'm like, man, I'm gonna get to meet him. It's kind of like for me meeting a celebrity, you know, somebody you look up to on TikTok now is like a celebrity, and he definitely deserves it because he has a very positive vibe and his message is dope. So I'm pretty excited about it. So you're not competing with sound? Oh, the music? Yeah, I'm gonna. I was actually trying to figure out if it was too loud, so I'll just turn it off. Yeah. So without further ado, I'm gonna actually bring them up so that we could kind of warm up a little bit as more people are starting to come in. But let me send the invite. Give it a second to connect.
There it is. What up, bro?
Yo, what's going on, bro?
Chilling.
How's everything?
Good.
All
How was your
good?
day?
How's it sound? You can hear me good?
Yep.
All right, good. Um, yeah, so I guess you got to hear a little bit of the introduction, and I know I kind of the way we got to connect to invite you to this thing was directly on one of your lives, actually. So I really appreciate you taking the time to do this. I know you
Yeah,
I think
man.
you're going live at 8 o'clock, right? You normally go live at 8.
Yeah. Well, I'll probably start a little early tonight since I'm already live. I'm sure people are gonna start flowing in.
Okay, cool. Yeah, so I have a few questions, but before I really like even jump into the questions, I wanted to see if maybe you could just share maybe a little bit what got you started here on TikTok. Like I know right now you kind of are growing a second page because you had I don't know if there's some issues with it, if you're
Yeah.
live or something,
When
but if you could talk to
they
us a little
start
bit about
bananaing
that.
people. We done been through a lot of that, and it happened recently on my main account. So I started this page and just figured I would make it nothing but like the videos I'm making on it. See
Okay,
how it works. See what comes of it, you know. But I was working for a friend, and I got hurt, and I basically ended up parting ways with that job because of certain situations that happened. And then I started TikTok. Man, I was coming through a lot of pages like mine, seeing what they were doing, and I told my wife, like, man, I can really do this. I think I can do this. And I got my 1K, and I kind of just did my own thing, kind of learned from certain people, and out of nowhere it took off. You know, that's all it really takes is one video or one live, and from there
yeah,
it just
I feel like that was one of the things that like that I noticed in a sense. That maybe I connected with it. I feel like we had like a similar, like we're a little similar. Like I see myself a little bit in the way that you talk and the way that you do certain things. And I feel like I had the same conversation with my girl. Like when I started doing this, I originally thought TikTok was for kids, and like I was like, I have kids myself, and I'm like, man, this TikTok is gonna take our kids, and I'm like, I started playing around with it myself, and then I'm like, wait a minute, this is actually kind of cool. Like you get to I started interacting with some people, and once I found what the lives were about, because I only saw people, doing the dance videos and all of that. Like, so I kind of was like, this is like, I don't get the hype. But I found the lives, and then I started connecting with some people. And I think that's what kind of got me into it. Like, man, you could really connect and really build a relationship with people. And not just that, like I've kind of always been a content creator. But I never found the right platform. And I feel like TikTok is the right platform.
yeah, TikTok's got everything on it. Like anything you can think of or whatever you're into, it's on here. You just got to find it. Certain times you'll be on the For You page. Once you start liking something, or if you watch a video so long, you'll get trapped into it. Like if it's jail
Right.
talk, or if it's dance videos, or whatever it is. Like once you start watching it, that's all they're going to start feeding you, and you can get thrown into different categories all the time. And then once you find whatever you like or whatever you're into, try to make it your own. You know, like I dig what you're doing here. Little interview action. You're like the second or I think the third person that's done it now for me. So it's pretty awesome to even think that anybody want to interview me. You know what I mean?
I mean, what one of my questions really was like you went like from having a page that has 74,000 followers on it, and now you're rebuilding, which I always find interesting that people are willing
I
to just be
still
like, you know what,
have it, and I'm not
right? So
giving up on it.
what's the issue with it? Is it just that you can't go live?
Yeah, yeah,
And that is that something you already tried to do the
yeah. I'm winning the appeal. I won the appeal.
Oh, you did? Okay.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
eventually you'll be
So
able to
I'm
access it
giving
again?
it a break right now because it's been getting attacked. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
just gonna end. Uh, right now, I'm gonna make just regular videos over there. You know what I mean? Just all the
Right.
video stuffs I normally do, and then over here it'll be like the shout out videos like I've been doing.
Okay.
So that'll
Yeah.
still be my
I
main
noticed that.
page, and I can still go live on it. But I'm working on this right now. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So it's just like, and it kind of sucks because I have the subscribers that subscribe to me, and they're missing out. You know what I mean on being that VIP member. It just, but it is what it is. You know. Love you too,
Yeah.
Virgo.
Oh, are you familiar with Virgo Queen too?
Oh yeah, yeah. That's one of my
Yeah.
moderators.
Dope. So I actually just recently
Amy Lynn's my wifey.
oh, that's wifey. Okay, so I recently came across Virgo Queen's page too. She's somebody that I actually hope to get on here as well. So
Yeah,
if you're
Virgo's
still in
awesome.
here, I hope I
She
get you
been
on
rocking with
on
us
there
for a
too as
long
well.
time.
Yeah, so I think one of the things that I did notice too, whenever I'm in your lives, you really do make a connection
Yeah,
with the people that are in your
I
lives.
like to talk. You know what I mean, and I'm not scared to talk. And we don't judge or discriminate. And I don't want somebody to feel like they're not being noticed. And that we're here for them. You know what I mean? And it's about making those connections. The more you connect with people, the more you intertwine with them. It's like you said. I got 74,000 people over there. You can't keep up with 74,000
Right.
people. It's impossible. You really, the ones that are care about you and love you over time, they're there. You know what I mean? Like they stay there. So it's like you learn who those are. Like there's so many. There's the good and bad. I always say it's like a roller coaster here on this app. Like one minute
Yeah.
you're at a high of highs. Like for me, it was being in the weekly rankings every week. We were in it. Like we weren't getting to the top 10 or nothing, but we were in the weekly rankings like every week for a while there, and we were smashing it as a community. And then it just disappeared, and then I couldn't go live. And we've
Mm,
been through this before. This ain't the first time it's happened. There was a time like a year ago that like every day we were getting hit. I'd go to my other backup and it would get hit too. That's why I'm not on that one, because it's been hit just as much as my main. That
wow.
like this is the, like I'm not even using that one no more. It's got 20,000 on it. You know what I mean? So it's just it's hard, man. But I love the interaction. I love to learn from people, so like having this conversation with you, I'm learning a little bit about interviewing. I'm learning about you. I might get to meet somebody in your chat. I'm watching them talk as well. You know what I mean? Like the
Right.
interaction it's fun. I
Yeah,
enjoy
and
it.
I think it's so organic. Like
Yeah,
that's the thing too. Like when I watch your lives, it's organic, even to the point where your moderators, like the way that they make sure that your certain things are being pinned. Like I know you can't keep track of everything,
it's
so
hard,
even
especially
those
when you
people
start
like
getting a lot
is
of people.
important. Yeah, yeah, exactly. Like
Sorry, cut you off.
I think one of the first lives that I saw, um, it was to me it just like little things catch my eye, like little things that made me like I scroll through lives and I'm like, okay, whatever, whatever. And I've seen these like grow pages before as well, but I think the what was different is your ability to talk as well is
Yeah,
something that kind of caught my eye, like or my ear, I guess. Is like I'm listening and I'm like, so you're not, and the other thing is it's not just like a just to talk. Like if I feel like there's a message still, like even when you're talking and it's like a constant flow
yeah,
of
well, I try to
conversation.
push out the positivity. I
Yeah.
know everybody's going through something. Every single person, no matter if they're having the best day of their life right now, they're still going through something. They're still struggling with something. So it's like when you can push that out, and me myself, I'm going through stuff too. And so a lot of times I'm talking to myself out loud too. You know
Mm,
what I mean? Or somebody in the live I know might be dealing with something. Nobody else knows that they're dealing with it, but I do. So I
right.
kind of talk about that as well, but I don't put that spotlight. You know what I mean?
Right. Right.
I just, it is organic. That's probably the best way to say it. And to go on about you talking about me liking to talk or being a good talker, like I used to serve in the restaurant field for a couple years. I worked at Walgreens and they put me at the front register to deal with people. I sold cars for a little bit and I was really successful at all those jobs. And I think a lot of that has to do with the jab.
I think the fact that you kind of just went down that was kind of one of my questions because in being in your lives and listening, I think you have like a grow mentality, but also like a little bit of a hustler mentality to like you. I think we're probably similar that it's very hard to sit still and not do anything. Like you are always you come off like somebody who's always doing something. So I'm interested to hear a little bit about what do you do off of TikTok a little bit.
Man, I sell on eBay. I'm also a dad of three little girls. One of them
Okay.
has autism,
Okay.
and I have a wife as well who's in the live. So I mean,
Welcome.
with all, and I play the video game a little bit too. I'm pretty good at it. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So it's and I just do that as like a little downtime, fun time. And I just got a GoPro for Christmas, and I'm starting to record when I go to the yard selling. So I'm gonna push that out on YouTube. But I
Dope.
just ain't been able to really do a lot of yard sales so far this year. Once tax time gets here, though, we gonna rank it up. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah. It's a good
But
time. A lot of people
yeah,
start clearing out too.
yeah, I stay busy though, man. Like I'll wake up in the morning, and if I don't shower right away, I'm drinking my coffee, chilling with the wife before she goes to work, and then I go live, and then from there, that's like me starting my day. You know what I mean? And we do the hour live, and then once I get done with the live, I usually go ahead and start packaging up whatever I sold the night before. Then I take it straight to the post office. Then I usually come home and I got like a little bit of downtime there. Like I'd like to bring my lunch live back, but my oldest is in high school now, so she gets out at like 1:30. So like
Okay.
I got to go pick her up. So when I come home from the post office, I'm usually doing the laundry, getting the dishes done, tidying up the house a little bit, and then I try to find a little relaxation in there, eat a little lunch, go pick my daughter up. Then I come home and I got about 45 minutes to go pick up the other two kids. Then it's dinner time, making sure they're good. They changed the clothes and they took the showers and all that. And then the wifey comes home and we eat dinner and we prepare for the live, you know. And then
Dope.
then it's do it again all over the next day. So
Yeah, I
I'm
like the. I
blessed.
think it sounds like you got a system in place, but I think a big part of it is your support system. I guess it's what it sounds like.
Well, I don't. Before TikTok, I didn't really have a support system. So that's another blessing about TikTok is it's crazy how people in real life don't really do shit for you, but then some
Mm,
people that you don't even know really, and as you start to get them, they do so much for you more than anybody in your family have done. You know, like it's pretty crazy. Like I lost my parents young. I was also adopted,
oh
so
wow.
all my trials and tribulations has made me who I am. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And with all that being said, TikTok has just been a savior and a blessing and everything. Like I think you were in the live this morning to be able to go live and have even right now 80, 100 people in there. It's not the we used to have 5,500 coming in an hour. Like
Wow.
we were popping like 150 was staying. And then the band started coming and they just started. And the more it's like every time it happens, you got to start over and rebuild over. It's just it's hard, you know, and
Yeah.
but I've been doing it for 2 years and I really enjoy it. I wouldn't change a thing, you know.
Yeah, I think one of the things that me personally from watching other people have that situation and kind of it's just a challenge, not a struggle, but
Yeah.
that challenge being there.
Yeah.
If you don't have it, one you don't ever challenge yourself to do other things. But I'm starting to, at least from the beginning, I only have close to I'm like at 1,800 right now.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that, bro.
Yeah, and I'm
You
my,
just
my
started.
goal is to
You
grow, but I'm also
just
now
started.
being conscious that at any point I could be in the same situation, right? Even with this amount of followers, I could be in the same situation. So I'm already starting to take these videos, upload them to YouTube,
Yeah,
and then
you
I'm
got
trying to
to.
cross promote that way as
Yeah, you
well, like
got to. And I'm
do things
and
that
that's
way.
the goal too. Is once I start that, I'm going to try to push the YouTubers because they're going to be watching the yard sale videos. So I'm going to be pushing them to the eBay, and then I'm going to also let them know, just like I let all y'all know about eBay and TikTok. You know, so hopefully I can bring some of them over here. Maybe some of them will want to do what we do over here. You know what I mean?
Right.
If they don't, it's okay. Like a lot of people that come to my live, they don't want to watch me video game because I tried to do the streaming and stuff and tried to invite people. Y'all come over and they're not there for me to video game. You know what I
Right.
mean? They're there to do what we do, you know? They're there to talk to me and listen to the good music and vibe out. And that's what we try to bring. That's why I only go live for an hour because I try to give high energy. I try to bring it. I try to keep the level high, the energy high, the positivity high, and the growing high. Like that's the whole like and after about 45 minutes, I'm like, oh, okay, I'm feeling it. You know what I mean? Like my
Yeah.
jaw starts hurting a little bit. I'm tired from the long day. It adds up. You know, I'm getting older too. Like
Yeah.
I feel a lot older now than I did 2 years ago. It's crazy to think about it. But I'm my own boss now, and to think like I lost a lot of jobs because I always wanted to be a homebody. And
Mm.
now I've kind of got to turn that homebody thing into something positive numerous ways. Like, we don't got to pay for daycare. I ain't got to worry about who's raising my kid or who's around my autistic daughter. I get to control that now, or the wife. You know what I mean? I get to make my own money via TikTok and eBay, which eBay is something new, and I've been blessed with that as well. But it's so far everything's working out. You know, like I said, it's like a roller coaster. You know,
When you actually mentioned in one of your lives that you do sell on eBay, it took me back because my oldest son is 17, right? But for his first birthday, I went completely crazy on eBay, and I literally paid for his first birthday party almost
that's
like
cool,
four
man.
four grand strictly off of
Wow.
selling on eBay. And to be honest, like I never really had a need in a sense to go back, but now from what you were just talking about too, I'm the same way. Like I said, I can't sit still. Like I have a job 9 to 5 right now,
Yeah,
but my problem is like I feel so creative. Like I want to do so much. I want to interact more with
yeah.
people. And like right
You
now, I
got
sit at a desk and I'm going crazy.
you can feel it. You can
Yeah,
feel you want out the box, and that's
right.
kind of what we talk about too. Like, life is too short, man.
Yeah,
And that happiness is everything, bro. Because if you ain't happy in the life that you're living, change it. Like,
yeah,
if you don't like your job, figure out what you want before you quit your job, and
right,
figure out how to get that new job. Like, you might have to go to school, so it might be 6 years for you to get the job you really want, but go do it. You know what I
right.
mean? Like, if you start now, you can like, you can go to night school, whatever, you know what I mean? Like, whatever it is you want to do, you can do it if you really want to do it.
That's
But a
right.
lot of times that's the hard road, and we want to take the easy road,
Yeah.
and that becomes the problem in life. And but that, I feel like, honestly, I feel like the things I've been through, I'm about to be 37 this year, but I really feel like happiness is key, and your health is wealth. Like,
Yeah.
those two things are some of the biggest things in life. Like, if you're happy and you're healthy, what else do you need? Like, I say it a lot because a lot of new people come in, and I want people to know that, like, and you matter too. You know what I mean? Like, all of us matter.
Yeah.
Every
For
single
sure.
one of us, everyone in this live, everyone that ain't in this live, like, we all just got to get along. That's why, like, you asked me to do this, and I'm like, yeah, let's do it, bro. Like,
Yeah.
hopefully it helps you out. Hopefully maybe some of these people get to meet me for the first time, and they're like, man, I like him too, let me give him a follow. But you know what I mean, it is what it is.
Yeah, and I think like even to your point about which is kind of why I'm doing this even is I think through sharing our stories, hearing stories of other people, what they're doing or what they're going through, the challenges that they have, there's a little bit of like, oh wait, what? Somebody else is going through the same thing I'm going through, and a little bit of that pressure comes off of you feeling like you're doing this alone. So
Yeah,
in,
you're
in
not
hearing
alone.
hearing your story right now, I'm saying to myself, I'm like, damn, I feel like sometimes I'm the only person that is thinking this way. That I want to be doing this. I want to be connecting. I want to be. Um, I'm cool with the hustle every day rather than going to an office and do the same thing every day. Like
Yeah,
that ability to be creative and think on your toes and okay, today I got to go over here and do this, and you
yeah,
got 20 things on your plate, but you're gonna get it done because it's for
yeah.
you. You're doing it for yourself, and you know that you're
Yeah,
doing it for your family at the
I
end of the
used to
day.
hate going to work, and even like if they asked me to do overtime or whatever, I would do it sometimes, but usually I would hate it, so I would stay away from it because, like I said, I'm a homebody. But once you start working for yourself and doing this type of work and all this type of different stuff, you're now working 24/7. It
Way
doesn't
way
stop.
more.
Yeah, and but like, I had a premonition of making money while I was sleeping, and having two or three different jobs going at once, and it's like all happening, like, or I'm
Yeah.
putting it out there. Because when I started TikTok, my wife didn't think it would be like it was, and because I got a little nephew, he was like 16 when he started, maybe 15, and because of his looks, he blew up. Like, I'm talking about 1 million followers. He would he was getting paid from his video views, like millions
Mm.
of views. So he was making good money. He was getting spot. I'm like, I'm working my 9 to 5, and I'm like, every time he tells me, I'm like, how is he doing? What am I missing? So he kind of is the reason why I even came over here, because I was kind of like, you're like, man, that's the kids. Like, ain't nobody gonna
Same
want to,
thing. I
you know what I
said.
mean? And but then when you start really getting on here and really figuring out what it's really about, you start scrolling through some of these lives, you start interacting with people, you start realizing we got a lot more in common than you would think. And I
Right.
speak about that a lot too. Like, we all got way more in common than we even can imagine. And that's the one thing I don't get, why people really can be mean to each other. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, how a lot of these people wake up angry. Like even on the video game, maybe some of the things I hear, bro, is just it's insane, man. It's like,
Yeah.
why? What's the point?
Yeah.
And it's just like
Thank
I
you.
ain't got no time or energy for all that. You know what I mean? And I don't get why more people don't just put that into practice in life. Like just stay. This is why I preach it all the time. Like just stay away from the negativity. I know it's hard, but you know right from wrong. It's about changing your life, finding that happiness, and
I think for some people the struggle sometimes is actually like detaching from whatever it is. Even though it's like something bad, they're
mm,
attached to what it symbolizes or what it represents for them rather than the harm that it's doing to them. So
yeah,
sometimes they'll hold on to
blind.
something like just using a job as an example. Sometimes it's like I have this and I'm not going to get rid of it. For me, I'm very comfortable. I practice Buddhism, right? So for me, the detachment is really the key. So for
Yeah,
me, if something's not serving me, I'm very quick to be like, and sometimes it's a bad thing. Sometimes it's bad because
yeah,
I'll be quick to let everything go sometimes. And it's
yeah.
like, yo, you gotta chill, man. You can't just be throwing everything out your life. So
I'm
I had to find the balance there
similar.
in doing that too. But I do think it's very important to emphasize for people to really what you're saying about if something's not serving you, like your happiness is more important than the paycheck. And if you really just have to create a plan, create the plan. Like that
Yep.
that's something I do youth development as well. So that's one of the things that like creating a
It's,
plan is something I've really emphasized on with working with kids. Like
yep.
you don't you
Set
don't
them
need to know
goals.
everything, but you could have here's the big plan, and
Yep.
now what's the first step, and then
Yeah.
just start
You
there.
got to set them goals. You got to speak it into existence. And the more, like, even quitting cigarettes, you're not going to quit until you want to quit. But
Right.
whenever you make your mind up and you're like, okay, I'm done with these, guess what? You're done with them.
Yeah.
Like, you want to quit, but you really don't. Does that make that's what you're kind of even saying? You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah.
Like, I agree wholeheartedly with what you're saying. And my English isn't that good. Like, even my, like, thinking of certain words to say and stuff, like, my manner or whatever you want to call it, the French
Yeah. Did you
grammar,
is
grammar.
English not your first language?
No, it is. That's the
Oh,
problem.
okay. I see.
Yeah, like I failed the third grade for spelling, and really, it's just the pronunciation and the sounding out and all of that. Like, I guess I wasn't teached right. If that, like, my
Yeah.
teachers are, like when you're in school, they're teaching so many kids, and a lot of kids understand certain things a certain way, and it clicks. Like, I
Right.
don't think it clicked for me the way I was getting taught. Looking back on it now, like, and I'm learning. I have issues reading some names, but like I can read anything in the chat 9 times out of 10, and if I can't, I'll even make it known. I'll make a joke out of it or whatever, you know.
Yeah. I noticed that too. Though sometimes people got some crazy like spelling or like, and you're like,
Yeah,
personally, I do
some
this. I'm
people
like,
come in
what
there to
up?
do it on purpose too. Like they'll have a crazy name for you just to say it or something, or they'll
Right.
send you comments just to get you to say
You
it. Like
say their name. Yep. Yep.
it's out there, bro. So
I
just
seen
be
that.
careful, you know. And we used to have to watch what we said and all these different words, and oh, yeah, I don't know,
So
man.
so you've
It's
been doing so you've been on TikTok
now
for how
two
many
years, about 2 years.
yeah, you're doing this you're years. You put some years into this already.
Now.
Yeah.
It's
That's
finally here, but when I started, I was like you. I was just so new and fresh, and it builds on you though, man, and you get used to it the more you do it. It's just like riding a bike,
so
if
you
it's
have you found that scheduling is the key really to finding the rhythm? Because I know you go
for
live in the
me.
mornings and then
I'm a scheduled type of person. Like when I was like I said, I lost my dad young at
okay.
13, or I got adopted to my grandmother and her husband. He wasn't even blood, but that was my dad. He raised me. He died to cancer. When he
Okay.
died when I was 13, I kind of like went in left field, and I just started acting out, and I just started doing bad things, hanging out. Just the story. And
Right.
I'm lucky to be alive or not in jail. I got caught
Amen.
with some stuff. I had to do. It was a felony charge. I was a juvenile, so I had to do 9 months of boot camp here in Polk County, juvenile boot camp, and it was pretty hard, but it changed my life. Like there was three parts of it: your mental health, and with that, I found out I had abandonment issues and loss and grief issues and stuff like that. And then there was the schooling, and because of that, I passed the FCAT here in Florida. I was able to get my GED, and because I passed the FCAT, I didn't get a GED. I got a high school diploma. So that was a
Okay.
plus out of the boot camp. And then I was like in the best shape of my life. Like we were doing PT, and we were running, like we ran 10 miles nonstop one day, even the fat boys in it nonstop, all as a platoon. It was crazy. And
Wow.
then we had like an obstacle course that when we first got there, they shaved our head bald. And they made us do push-ups, sit-ups, and like mountain climbs, they called them. And they were testing us then, and then they would do it each like quarter or whatever. And then when we got out, and they were rating us and see how good we did, and like they were either making us better citizens or better criminals.
Right. It
There's no
was
other
one
way
or
to
the
put
other.
it.
Yep.
Like, but it changed my life. And I think that's where I got the discipline and the scheduling from, was that 9 months of structure, of straight yelling in my face, like, recruit caraway, request permission to speak, sir. And they'd be like, speak, sir, I request to cross the line. Cross, sir, I
Oh,
request
it's
to
like,
use the
so yeah,
head.
they're
Like,
using
you couldn't,
military tactics.
yeah,
Like,
it's boot camp. You couldn't,
yeah,
and the female drill instructors were the meanest. Like, and
really.
a lot of us were using drugs, so it just stunk because all it was coming out of their pores.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, is and they would mess with us bad. Like, if we would do these drills, and if one person messed up, everybody messed up. So it's
Mm,
like they built that. That's like I said, we ran nonstop for 10 miles, and everyone as a platoon, nobody did not do it. So, like, they built that camaraderie. You know what I mean?
right.
And I've learned from that. I think, but really, it's up to you with your TikTok. Whatever makes you happy, whatever you got time for. Like, when I first started, I was addicted. I was on it. Like, I've done 12-hour lives, bro. Like, on a Sunday, started at like freaking 10 in the morning and went till 10 at night. Got banned twice. You know what I mean? Like,
In the same day.
yeah, on the same
Damn.
live. Like, I used to put hours in, and it was taking a lot out of me. So for me, like I said, I bring a lot of energy. I try to. I'm talking
Right.
a lot. So it's like that hour is good for me. And I really feel like your supporters and the people that want to be there, they're gonna be there, and they can't be there for 3 or 4 hours. You know what I
Right.
mean? Like, I feel like it pushes up, and then it starts to die down, and it's usually about that 45-minute mark. It starts dying down, and that's when I'm unwinding. Like, my energy's going down, and I can feel it. And I over the years I've learned, okay, that hour is perfect for me.
Right.
Some people sit here for 4 or 5 hours, 6 hours a day. They look at it like a job. You know, it's just really whatever you like to do and how long you can do it.
Right. Yeah, and I think that's quality too, right? So like I think you give them an hour of high energy quality
Yeah.
stuff rather than 4 hours of it started off good, now we're just here
Yeah,
hanging
and
out, and
I
then
don't, I don't want that involvement. I don't want it to be slow and only 10 people in the live. Like, when you got 80 or 150 in there, and then now you got 10, it's like, what am I doing wrong? What?
yeah.
So it starts affecting me a little bit, and you know what I mean. Even though the 10 people in there are amazing, and I appreciate them for sticking it out, it's just like it's not working right now. You know what I mean? Like,
Right.
it just, I don't know. It's hard, bro. Like, when you build this support in this community, and now it's gone, and now you got to rebuild it. It's hard, you know.
Do you find yourself doing anything specific differently from the
The
other page?
videos, the videos now, I'm just strictly doing that. I'm not mixing up my content or nothing. Like, that page is strictly going to be about that. You know what I mean? Like,
Okay.
over there, I'm doing lip singing, or I might do a dance or a trend. You know what I mean? I do what it, like, if I'm scrolling the For You page and I see somebody do a sound or something I like or I think I can do, I automatically stop that, save it, do whatever I got to do to remember that video. That way I can do it. I might
Okay.
even start a draft right then and there with that sound. That way it's in my, you know what I mean?
Right,
So,
right.
like, I'm not doing that over here. Everything else I'm kind of doing the same. When I started, we used to take music requests, bro. We used to have this thing that we could put at the bottom of the chat. It was called the Q&A, and I would be able to put people up there with their goals, or if they had a music request, and then people started kind of taking advantage of putting in bad songs, and it felt like that was taking me down. So I kind of just then I found some mixes on YouTube, so that I was able just to play something for an hour and not have to worry about that. It wasn't distracting me, taking me away from the screen. Because whenever I was over here typing a song and I'm not looking at the screen, I was missing gifts, missing people's comments. So I noticed when I don't have to do that, I could focus here. So I've just learned to do things a little better, I guess, but
Right.
nothing's really changed. I'm
So you're
just
just
me.
more efficient now than you were
Yeah.
before.
Yeah. I just try to be, I'm true to me, bro. I wear my heart on my sleeve. If I'm having a bad day, you're probably going to feel it, even though I might try to play it off. If I'm not in a good mood, you're probably going to feel it. So it's just, even like if I'm really upset, or in my feelings, it's hard for me to even go live sometimes, you know?
Oh, and do you use that as a way to like push yourself out of the situation? Like, I'm gonna do this. I have to. Like, I'm already committed.
Well, I know people are counting on me,
Right.
and they might, my live might just be what they need for the day, and I kind of look at it that way. Like because there's so many people that look forward to the live, and I know that's true because they've been coming for so long,
Yeah.
and I've been able to help so many people hit goals, even if some of them don't come back, they only
Yeah.
came in to hit their goal. You know what I mean? Which is fine. When I'm doing what I'm doing, I can't expect the same people to always be there. They're gonna come and go. That's part of life.
Yeah.
Um, but that's part of me making these connections as well with each
But
person that comes in.
I think it's impactful for what you do to kind of like, because it is a grow like atmosphere, and like it's
That's
high
what we built.
energy, right? That's what, yeah. So like it's almost like when you watch a child grow and then you send them off, go do your thing. Like you help them get there. Now, all right, you're at this point. Now let's see what you do with it. Let's go.
Yeah.
You're
Yep.
gonna go make content. You're gonna go do lives, whatever it is. Like go off
And
and do your thing.
that's the thing. Recently I've been put on what is it called? Prozac, because I have anxiety issues. Um, and I feel like that's made me a little less motivated just in life, period. I'm not as anxious as I was. I'm not snapping on my wife or kids like I might over nothing sometimes. You know what I mean? All of that's kind of changed, but now I'm just not as motivated. You know what I
Mm,
mean? And that's the daily struggle with me is the motivation. I think I've been beat up so much, and it messes with me a little bit.
yeah. So I see like one of the things that like always stood out to me about like your setup, in a sense, your the crown, the glowing, like all, like everything. It's like I'm very big on like aesthetics also. So like when that first time I saw it, I'm like, oh, this is dope. I like the crown. And at the time, I was actually personally looking for a crown. Which, by the way, before I move on from this question, I brought my crown in honor
Nice.
of connecting with you. But I was
Nice.
looking for a crown like yours. Here's what I got. You feel me? Like
Super tight. Okay. I
this is
like
what
it.
I ended up with. Because it was specifically needed for a live. We were doing like a holiday live, and I wanted to use this for it.
I
So I was
love
like,
it.
you know what, babe? I need the crown. Go get the crown.
Well,
Bring the crown out.
the reason
Uh,
why I got the crown is because for a while there, like, and I still do it. We're all kings and queens, bro. You know what I
right.
mean? Like, there are some people that aren't. They don't deserve that title, but the good ones out there, the good parents, the hardworking citizens, and the people out there doing the right things. You know what I mean? Trying to take care of their families and their neighbors and stuff like that. All the kings and queens out there, and I say it so much. Me and the wife were at Universal Mardi Gras. She's like, you should get this crown and start wearing it. I was like, really? And we didn't get it the first day. We went back the next weekend, and we were like, we forgot to get it that day, so we got it the next time. And I wore it, and just everybody's loved it. I've talked about taking it off, and they're like, no. So now it's just because it's a thing. Some people want it, like they try to buy it from me. I do want to get a different one because we've had it for about a year now. The first year I didn't have a crown. Like you can go back and see where the crown started. Um, I don't know, man. I'm a fun person. I like to entertain. It's all for the show. It's all for
Yeah.
TikTok. I don't walk
No, but
around my
I think
daily
it's
life.
cool because I think, like for me, I'm always wearing a hat. Like this November, actually for Thanksgiving, I shaved my head bald. So like this low
Okay.
cut is like fairly new for me, and it's
Okay.
because I have so many hats.
Yeah.
I'm like always wearing a hat. So like when I saw it, I was like, damn, like I wanted it. I was like I said, when I first saw your page back then, I was like, damn, I should get a crown. Like that's dope.
Yeah. It sets
And
you apart. Not everybody's
yeah,
wearing a
exactly.
crown.
Like it's like you come in here and like immediately feel like, oh, what's going on here? Like you got a crown on. Like, is this a crown? Is this like every day the crown is on, or is this something that is something special today?
If
Like,
it
what's
was real,
happening?
I ain't gonna lie. I'd rock this every day, everywhere. But
The,
like I'd
and,
look a little
and
goofy.
hey man, when I was looking for mine, I came across some really really
I
dope
should wear it
ones
outside
on
and see
on
the
Amazon.
reactions I get.
I don't know, man. Look, I went through a phase. Like I said, I love hats. When I went through a phase, like the Nate Dogg. You remember the Nate Dogg? The derby hat, the like it's a kind of like a round top hat. I had one of those in high
And
school
it's
because
kind of
it's
like
kind of
this on
like
the
the
front.
brim. It
Yeah,
comes up.
yeah,
It's like a pimp hat, to be honest.
yeah, yeah, yeah. It's got
Um,
yeah, yeah. I know what you're talking about. Yeah,
but
yeah,
I
yeah.
I had one of those in high school, and I started wearing that out, and I had long hair. I would get my hair blow dry. I don't know. I thought I was from the West or something. I don't know what I was thinking. But I was always into like cool, different hats, like whatever. So again, like, and matter of fact, in high school, I won homecoming king. So I got that
Cool.
was my first
Good for
crown,
you, man.
right? So
That's
I'm,
dope.
I'm like, oh, I'm never
That's
taking this
awesome.
off. Like
Good
I was
for
about to
you,
start
bro.
showing up to school with it on. And I was like,
Oh
y'all
yeah.
can chill. Like this
Shout
is
out to
this is
all the
too much.
homecoming kings and queens out there.
Word. Shout out to the homecoming kings and queens. Um, but
Yeah, this
the only
used to
thing
be
that sucked about it, I
my
had to
little
leave my
man
best friend.
my little man cave, bro. Me and my friend used to kind of party out here, and it was like my man cave. And we always talked about starting our own little podcast or going live or doing something like that, putting it into existence. And we just
Yeah.
once I quit that job with my best friend, I kind of lost all that friendships with
Mm,
them. So we no longer hung out, and so I was like, you know what, I'm gonna take a chance and do what we were talking about doing. And after talking to the wife and we trying to figure out how I was going to get thousands, finding these grow lives and seeing what they were doing at that time. They had boards and stuff that they were writing on, and some people still do it that way. But
yeah.
I was like, I got all of this. This is going to set me apart. My everybody like this should work. We can do
So
this.
so
I
this
can do
this
this.
set this setup you already had in your man cave. Like you
Yeah,
already had
yeah,
that.
yeah. Well, I even had some posters that were back here, but they were paraphernalia ones, and I think that's at the time why I was getting hit a lot. I think
Oh
because you
wow.
could see some of it. So like it's changed over time. Like people have sent me like this one. Like I had to open up a PO box. People wanted to start sending stuff. It was like okay, like this is new to me. I'm not sure how to take this. It's a good thing, you know.
Yeah, that's
When
good.
somebody sends you a care package, like how amazing. You wouldn't
Right.
think that somebody's ever going to send you something, man. Like, it just it's and still to this day it's mind blowing, bro. It really is.
Well, I'm not gonna lie. I've been like I said, I've been watching your page. I watched a couple other people's pages who do the things that I would like to do. So that was something that stood out to me because I was on it was like a young lady that she was like, "Hey guys, I updated the Amazon list. I know you guys keep asking me," and I'm like, "What is she talking about?"
Yeah,
So she was like, I went to her profile and in her link she had an Amazon
yeah,
link that you could
yeah. Your
click on
wish
and
list,
order.
basically. Yeah,
And I was like, yo, that's dope. Like some people don't want to send gifts and put the money there. Maybe they would not want to support you in that way. So what I do yesterday, I created an Amazon link that is live in my bio right now. I don't have she has probably like 25,000 followers. But for me, I'm like, hey, I got maybe there's one person who want to order some. And I'm
yep,
still building up my equipment and my gear and stuff. So I said, you know what? I'll make a little wish list, and if somebody goes and buys some, show some support, cool. One less thing that I have to buy, but
yeah.
that I think that is
On
a
the
good thing.
weekends as well. I didn't talk about this for 2 years now. Anytime I go live on the weekends, we do charities. TikTok,
Oh,
before you
nice.
go live, you can click on a charity that you want to do, and it puts it on the live. And we've raised a lot of money for charity, man. We
Oh,
really
that's
have.
cool. I did not know you could do that. So right before you, like in your settings, you could choose a nonprofit or something.
Yeah, yep,
Oh,
yeah.
that's awesome.
No, like American Cancer Society, Autism Speaks. Like there's a whole list of them, and you can just choose whatever you want. And we've got like 5 or 6 that we've done, and we've raised money for a couple of people that aren't on that needed help. I don't so much like doing the outside stuff because I don't want it to get messed up or somebody to get did wrong or somebody to
Right.
get lied to or taken advantage of, or that's how just things get mixed up or messed up. You know what I mean? So I like that they have it there, and you can choose whatever one you want, and nothing's required. Like that's why I really never did the wish list, is because I don't want people to feel like it's required.
Right.
Even with
Yeah.
the eBay, I'm not pushing nobody over there, but I tell you, like, if you want to maybe be able to get something off of me, and that way you can support me that way. If that way you're getting something as well instead of just some little virtual gift. Like I've just tried to think of different ways to get people involved. Like I used to give away these clouds to the top gifter of the month. Whoever, like, I would take screenshots every live, and I would just tally up the top gifter, and I would send out a care package as well. But just so much has changed, in those 2 years. A lot of ups and downs. I
Yeah.
find myself here now
I can
just
see it.
coasting, I guess.
I can see it because like sometimes I'll see people who have been doing this for a while, kind of like what you're saying. Well, they'll say like, "Oh, it wasn't like that before," and in my mind, I've only been doing the TikTok
Yeah,
thing
it's
now
fresh.
a few months. So like
It's
certain
fresh.
things I have no idea what they're talking about because I
Yeah.
haven't been doing it long enough to really
Yeah,
know.
I
But
was here before the battles. before people
Really?
were doing that. Yeah, yeah, like that's something fairly new. Like that's where it kind of went left field for me. Like when they started bringing the battles in, they did this team battle thing, and you had to have like 10 or 12 people on your team. So everybody created these teams. Now all these people that were in your lobby supporting you, now they're supporting somebody else because that's really their team. And
Oh,
that's kind of where it's, to me, it's kind of, I've lost a lot of supporters due to that. It felt like, you know what I mean?
yeah.
I'm not really sure. I don't
And
really know what
that's a
happened.
weird, that's somewhat of a weird thing to create, because like if two people within the team start having an issue, now the supporters got to pick which side they're going with, and things split up or whatever.
That's basically what I felt like happened. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like I don't really care because I at the end of the day I'm still gonna do me and I'm still gonna be happy, and it doesn't matter how many people's in the live. We're still gonna do it. It's just you you it's almost like wants and needs. You see these people come in daily and now they're not in your live, they're in somebody else's live, and you thought you had this connection and now you don't. It feels like, you know and it's,
yeah.
I don't know. It's a tough app mentally. Cool Breeze
And,
is.
and and it's funny because like one of the things that I
It
like when I
really
first
is.
started and I came into like I don't know, an issue, like my first issue that I kind of dealt with on TikTok. I kept hearing that, oh, like stop taking it personal, and not me personally, I wasn't, but people involved stop taking it personal. And I was like, you know what? What some people don't realize is you have to take it personal. Like the time that you spend here, that's
You,
your personal time. Like
yeah,
certain things that you're doing on this app is personal. So like
yeah.
there's
This is
no
the
way you
biggest
could
app
get
in the
around
world.
that.
It's the
Yeah,
biggest
like
app in
there's
the
no way you
world.
could
It's
get
got the
around not taking, especially if you, again, we're talking about being organic, having an organic connection. That sometimes once you have that, it's like we're personal now. Like we are right now. We're doing this interview, but we're having a personal conversation. You know what I mean? Like so,
yeah.
there
We're
is
talking
a
about real
degree
life
of that.
shit.
Yeah, exactly. Like there's a degree of personal that you have to have a stake in putting your time into something. So, even what you do, I want to say, thank you for what you do. I appreciate
I
it
appreciate you.
personally. Being able to grow, especially for someone like myself who's trying to make something out of this, it helps me for sure. So I
I'm
know
glad to
even
help,
other
man.
people are connecting.
You got to. I would
Anybody
say though,
who's
you got to put the work in. I'm just here. I'm creating the space, and we've kind of critiqued it and got it to where it is. We know
yeah,
what to do, but it takes involvement. You got to put the work in. Like
right,
if you want 1,000 or 10,000, whatever your goal is, you can get there. And there's so many people on this app that's going to help you along the way. But you got to put the work in. You got to connect with the people. You got to reply back to the comments. You got to make the content. You got to go live so people can jump in your live and get to know who you are and see you as you. Like just because you put a video out don't mean somebody knows who you are. Like your
that's
lives
right,
help you. Your lives will help push your content sometimes as well. So it's a job whether you like it or not. No matter how much time you put into it, it's work. It's
right,
not easy, or everybody would be doing it. Everybody's on the app, but not everybody's successful on the app. Like my
right.
videos don't get a lot of views. I've never really had anything go viral. I had a sound go viral. If anybody puts a comment down, I'm coming to your page. I'm coming to your page. 20,000 people have used that sound with my
Wow,
voice. Like that's mind blowing to me.
yeah.
To scroll the For You page and hear my voice with somebody else's face. It just, at first it was like, look. You know what I mean? And now it's just like, okay, stop tagging me, Cool Breezy, because he tags me every time he sees one. You know what I mean? It's like, but
Yeah,
it is honorable. It's a blessing. I can't. There's no other word to say. Like I'm blessed, bro. Like a lot of ups and downs, and I know that's part of life. It's what you make of it. That happiness is key.
yeah.
Like I can't preach
It
to
is.
it.
It's key for me. I found that I want to say like early on, but what took me to that place to find it was a down part, like a down point in my life when I was dealing with anxiety, depression, and stress, and just a lot going on. That being in that place, I kind of was like, you know what? What do I want? What is it like? What is going to change this for me? Is I need to identify and be able to say I want this, and I'm not going to allow
Yeah,
this anymore, and start kind of having like almost like a checklist. And once I
facts.
found what that was, I'll be honest, like I rarely am in that place for too long. And most of the time what frustrates me is that I'm just not challenging myself, or I'm not expressing myself. Like I don't find myself in the darker places as much anymore, because I'm like, I know what excites me, I know what gets me up, then I need to do more of that. and
Yeah.
how do I do that? Like that's
Yep.
what kind of pushes me. So,
You got to figure it
um,
out. Everyone, like
yeah,
whatever it
that's a
is that
challenge, but it's a
it is.
must.
It's probably the hardest thing in life, but that's part of life is figuring out what you really, really, really want to do in life, figuring out what's going to bring you that happiness, what's going to bring you enjoyment day to day. And what you like, sometimes you got to take chances in life. You have to. There's nothing wrong with failing either and messing up. It's okay
Yep.
to make
Yeah.
a mistake, it is, bro. Like none of us are perfect. We're gonna mess up. It's about how you get up, how you wipe yourself off and try again. You know what I
Yep.
mean? Like you got to. And if not, like I talk about this a lot. It's like we're driving on the interstate called life. We're driving. You got the wheel.
Mm.
You can look in the mirrors and look back, but if you do that too long, you'll get stuck back there because everybody else is still driving. And it's okay to look around to the
Yep.
people around you that are right here with you, but they're doing their thing. You want to be past them, though. You don't want to get stuck there with the people beside you. You know what I mean? You want to keep that thing moving, and you're gonna have some bad choices in life. You're gonna take some wrong turns, but that's how you learn. And it's about continue staying in control because all of us are in control, no matter if we
Yeah.
like it or not. It's up to us. If you're not doing what you want out of life, it's because you're not making the right choices. You haven't figured out or decided to do what it is that you want to do. And I'm just a big believer in that. Some of us are put in predicaments where it's harder than others. Some of us have everything we need, so that they're good. you know
Yeah.
um
I
yeah,
like I like I really like that analogy too because you know I'm one of those like I love analogies. I'm always constantly using like stories to help somebody understand or like
yeah,
put
I
put
heard it
things
and it
together.
clicked with
So I
me, so
I
that's
love
why I
that.
say it now, if that makes
Yeah.
sense. Like I wouldn't have heard it if I wasn't listening and having conversations with people. Like you really do have to interact, and I feel like that's the best thing about the interaction is the learning process. Like where are you from again?
I'm in Jersey. I'm in New
You're in
Jersey.
Jersey. I'm down here in Florida. Like two totally different ways of life. Like y'all deal with cold, we deal with humid heat down here. You know what I mean? Like just two different,
Amen.
but we have so much in common, and we have so much that we can learn from each other. And I
Right.
just like to me, I'm looking at that in life. I'm not looking at like what color you are or um, what you do for work or the clothes you're
Right.
wearing. Like that stuff doesn't affect me. Like I might like shoes and I might like some nice clothes, but just because you ain't into that doesn't mean we can't get along
Yeah.
or learn from each other. Like I don't know. That's
Now,
my favorite thing
it's
about
funny.
like
What's
talking with
interesting is that I've actually learned a lot of things from people who I had the least in common with, and it was because they're introducing me to their culture or
you. Yeah,
something that they're into that I was like, wait, what? That exists? I wouldn't have even known it exists if I didn't meet you today.
yeah,
So like, it's because of that I've learned in a sense so much, and like for me, I'm the youngest of my. I have two older sisters, so
that's
for me, it
awesome.
was always like I'm an observer. Like I'm watching what they're doing. I'm watching what other people are doing. Like I'm trying to figure out where do I fit in. So I kind of gone through life that way. But the challenge there was like learning through that. Like,
Yeah,
oh, this
that's
person's
how I learn
interesting.
is from the mistakes.
I honestly love to learn from other people's mistakes. So
Yeah,
like
I
I'm
don't. I
very
wish
big on sharing my mistakes so that somebody else
I
doesn't have to
wish.
experience that.
I
Like
wish I would have been that smart, bro. Like, cause just think as a kid, your parents and everyone would tell you as a kid, don't do this, don't do that. You know what I mean? If I would have just listened, I would have been a lot better off. And it goes back to these choices we make in life, y'all. And it hopefully we've all learned from our mistakes. Hopefully we're not making these same mistakes continuously. And if you are, I'm gonna send some prayers out for you. I'm gonna send some positivity your way, some strength for you. You know what I mean? Because it is hard. It's
yeah,
everything's hard out here, especially right now with the economy the way it is and the struggle. You can tell that it's the time of love right now. We need to help each other, everyone.
yeah.
Like we need to come together as people. I think,
you know,
and
you know
I'm
what?
trying to do that.
As you're saying that, I'm thinking about recently at work, somebody mentioned like they said the comment, it takes a village, and most people use that in the context of like children, right?
Yeah,
But whenever I hear it now, I actually think about it damn near everything. It could apply to everything, like
everything.
growing an account, growing like that. It takes a village. You need certain supporters, you need moderators, right? Um,
Even at work.
a relationship. Like when you're in a healthy relationship, chances are you have people around you who are also in healthy relationships, or they're your support, they're your village, like keeping your relationship together. And if you don't have that, I've been in there. I've been there where I didn't have it versus having it.
Yeah.
And I think that's a lot.
One thing I talk about all the time is like, no, I'll get to where I talk about how I don't get how people wake up like mad and angry when like it's your choice. Hold on, what am I trying to say? What were you just saying? I just lost my train of
About the
thought. I'm sorry.
village, just it takes a village, and basically you need the support system around you to be able to get where you're going.
Dang it, man. I don't.
It'll
I was
come back.
trying. I had something on the tip of my tongue and now I just lost it. I do apologize, young
No,
man.
no, no, it's cool. But see, like even in these moments, right, that we have a minute where we're talking, we're building a conversation. There's still always a challenge that we're gonna face. Even in like this moment, let's say, right, a challenge that we face. But if it's not for having someone there to be like, yo, you're good, like whatever, let's keep going. I've been in those situations where, and not necessarily like this in a conversation, but I'm like, yo, like I don't even know what to do with myself. And then if you don't have somebody there to be like, yo, come on, you'll start to sink into
That's my
that.
wifey, to be honest. She's been there. We've been together 22 years now. This year will be
Wow, God
22 years.
bless, amen.
High school sweethearts. She's
And
been there
still
through it.
rocking. That's
She's
dope.
been there through it all for me, man. Like, so she's definitely that for me.
That's what's
And
up.
my moderators, like I got one dude, Easy Money. He's basically been at every live I've ever done, bro. He hasn't missed a live.
That's
Um,
awesome, man.
all my moderators are amazing. Like honestly, really, you do need moderators, bro. That support. If you ain't got no moderators, because eventually you're gonna blow up. Eventually your live's gonna be popping, and you'll get to see the full effect of TikTok. You know what I mean? Right now it's all fresh for you. You know, it's all fresh. So
Yeah,
just keep doing what you're doing. Keep working hard. Keep like setting them goals and knocking them off, hitting them check marks that you got set up. You know what I mean? And I think you'll be successful. In my opinion, I think you're smart. I think you're knowledgeable. You know, I think you're friendly.
thanks,
I,
man.
I feel the passion from you, the energy as well. You know what I mean?
Appreciate it.
So, like, I got a good feeling about you, bro.
Yeah, I appreciate that, man. But no, I know. I know. I originally said maybe it won't be too long, but we definitely got a whole hour in, which I really appreciate it.
It
Like
ain't no worries, bro.
my biggest thing is that we only have time, and time is the one thing that we cannot get back, no matter how much money we have, no matter how much success or support, whatever it is. The
I
time, you
like
can
that.
never get it back. So I value when people share their time with me in this way. I'm grateful for your time. I'm grateful for what you do here on TikTok.
I appreciate you.
If I know you probably hear it, but from me to you, thank you. From my community, the people who are in here, thank you for doing this. As somebody that's outside of my bubble and my support group, taking the time to be here, it means a lot to me. This is technically my first outside of the bubble.
Yeah, I heard that you said at the beginning that your first one was about you, and then the second one was
Yep.
your sister. So I'm honored to be right there. You know what I mean?
Oh
I
man, I
appreciate
appreciate
you.
that too.
It,
Well,
it, it means a lot, bro.
I think I'm gonna just go back to my notes because luckily I didn't even have to go to my notes at all. So
It was definitely
um,
organic, right?
yeah, it really was, and that's what I was hoping for. And just like I hoped for, I got exactly what I hoped for. So I don't even have to look at it. I will say that again, I appreciate it. I'm going to continue to support you, so I appreciate you supporting me the way you have up until this point.
I
I
appreciate it.
love to collaborate on anything that you ever need from me that you might need up
Vice
here,
versa.
or my family, my sister's actually in Florida, so I travel
Okay.
out there as well. So hopefully one
Yeah,
day we
hit me
get to
up.
meet in the
Yeah, we're
flesh.
on IG now, so
Yeah,
you
yeah,
hit
for
me up
sure.
anytime
Yep,
you want, bro.
we'll connect, man.
Anytime,
So
man. It's an honor to be here and to
I
meet
want
all of y'all in the chat as well.
I want to do at least if you got 2 minutes, maybe
Yeah,
three
whatever you
minutes.
need, bro. I could stay
We
past eight
I
o'clock. I don't have to
personally,
start at 8.
because we were going. I normally do like the last like few minutes with the chat. So I want to see if we could just kind of
Yeah, I dig
pay
it.
attention to the chat directly for a few minutes.
Yep.
If anybody wants to say anything or show some love or whatever it is, now's the time. We're gonna kind of pay more attention to the chat. I wanted to give Baller his time and focus.
Oh, card.
So pull cards. All right.
What's
So
that mean?
all right, Serena, if
He needs a reading.
I'll pull a card if you come into the live. to possibly translate. So my
Love
sister
you, L
is
Town. Appreciate you.
so my sister's Awakening Faith 8. So if you don't
I
follow
have a
her,
question.
follow her. She has her own series that she does. She does two series. She has Mystic Mondays and she has Witch Out Wednesdays. So she's a psychic medium. She does a whole bunch
Okay.
of spiritual things. So I too am a spiritual person
Me
and
too.
very much connected. So she does card readings, and I
Okay.
started also doing card readings here
Nice.
on my lives. So her deck of cards, she has a bunch of different tarot cards. I thought it would be cool to have my own and different type of tarot cards. So these tarot cards
Yeah, I've never had a reading.
are are
This looks like some preschool shit. It is. Okay.
so here's the
I
thing.
like
We
it.
we have this thing that you could receive messages through any medium. And more specifically, when I did this, when I got these cards, I said, you know what, we could do this. And I actually did this for the first time live with my sister. But she really does this, right?
Okay.
So in a sense, we
What
we
else, sis?
use these.
Hey everybody,
She
can you
popped
see
back.
me? Wait,
Nope,
Nope.
you're.
hold on.
You have to turn it on.
I'm gonna let you come back.
It's
So
on, and it's. Do you see me or you see
it
black? I
jumped
see
to the
black.
some real message. It did, right?
Okay,
So
I'll be right back.
all right, go ahead.
Crap is
Drop
like,
out,
I
come back.
love this. I
So
ain't
I'm
nervous.
shuffling
You
these
can't scare
cards.
me. I ain't scared. I ain't never
He ain't
scared.
scared. So yeah, so I'm shuffling the cards. My sister, last time we did this, I
You
kept it
said
kind of joking, but there was
joke
real
turned into some real messages.
kind of like some real messages kind of came out. So I told her this time, and we've talked since then, and said, you know what, if we ever do this again, I'll pull the cards, but I want you to translate them. I want you to translate the message.
Yeah, because
So
she knows what they mean.
I said, so you know what, we're gonna do it
Appreciate you.
like that. We'll do it like that this time. Since she brought it up, pull the cards. She must have been feeling something and felt that there was a message to be shared. So I'm gonna follow along with what she said. I'm gonna pull a card. I know normally, and last time I pulled some cards for other people. I'm gonna keep this specifically for El Tambala over here, and not pull any cards for anybody else. So no hard feelings for anybody else. But we're gonna focus on Baller for now for this one.
Can you guys hear
It's
me
for the
okay though?
interview.
Yeah,
I don't know why the camera's not working, but I'm here.
all
We
good.
can hear you.
I could hear you, and you can see us, right?
Yes.
All right, perfect. So I'm gonna not wake up these cards. Ball, I want you to focus on a question, whatever question that comes to mind. I want you to send it, not to me. Well, send it to us. Send it to me and Serena because she's gonna translate. I want you to focus on something. Let's see what comes up in these cards for Ball. All right, let's see. I'm gonna pull Serena. What you want me to pull? 3 cards?
5.
5. All right. Dang, you making me work. All right.
Spirit said, not me. Spirit said 5.
Spirit
Let's
said
give him
5. All
5.
right.
4 from the
Here's your
top, 1
first
from
one.
the bottom.
4 from the top. Here we go. Here's your first one.
Yarn.
Got it? It's a ball of yarn. Y for yarn. We got yarn. Oh, down in Gator Town, we got an alligator.
Florida Gators.
The Florida Gators. We got the fox. All right. And last, the horse.
Mm.
So we got 4. Oh, that's not the last. The bottom card,
Is the crab.
the crab.
Okay, so let's see all of them together in
All right.
order.
In order. We got the yarn. We got the gator. We got the fox, the horse, and the crab. We got a lot of animals in this one.
I know,
So
right?
what I'm seeing, what
Talk
I'm
to us.
seeing
Talk
is,
to us.
the ball of yarn is like a ball of energy and the things that are
All of
connecting all of us, right? So being very mindful that we have a crocodile, a fox, and even the crab that generally represents more of negative energy being around you. And then you have the stallion that's dead center in the middle of it. And I think that's what represents you.
mm,
So always being mindful that, a tangle web that we weave, you can get easily caught up in the yarn when you're taking it apart and then, how the lines tie up. So just be mindful that when you are doing things that you are not getting wrapped up in all the bullshit that comes with it, with the people that
I
bring the
know that's
ties, because you can easily get tied down by attachments to the crocodile, to the sly fox, and to the crabby crab, if that makes sense.
I feel like
mm.
that's what's been happening.
I just say, baby, come back tomorrow night, which out Wednesdays,
Oh,
11:30.
hold
I'm a
up. You're a
Cancer as
Cancer?
well. Yeah. I was
He's
gonna
also a
say it, but I was
Cancer.
like, you know what? Let me keep my mouth shut.
No, no, no. Never keep your
Interesting.
mouth shut. Because some cards have double meanings.
Yeah, I seen it. The crab, the wife eat it too. She's like, "Oh, you're a Cancer." I
Oh, there
almost
you
Oh,
pointed at the
go.
little crab right here.
interesting.
Yeah.
Oh, look at that.
The little crabby crab.
Always in the camera. I like that. Yeah, so
Always in
that's
the camera.
Cancer game. There's a lot of Cancers in here too right now. That's awesome, man. Well,
Maybe he's surrounded by all these cancers. You keep your claws to yourself, people. He's taken.
hey, so thank you for that, Serena. I appreciate it.
Yeah,
Oh,
thank
If
you're
you.
you guys
I
welcome.
don't
appreciate you.
follow Awakening
Nice
Faith,
meeting you.
she has great content. She has an amazing series that she just
Yeah, I
started.
gave you a follow.
So
Thank you. Thank you. I
you can always
appreciate it.
reach out to her if you're into readings and you want a more not these type of cards type of reading. She's the
Doesn't
person you want to.
Krabby does stuff like that too? I think
Oh,
she does
crabby.
something
Oh,
like that. Someone in her family does. I think
okay.
her sister.
I think
Witch Out Wednesdays. I like it.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's
So Wednesday nights at eleven
crabby
thirty.
follow.
That is my
Wednesdays at
Wednesday
11:30 at
11:30
night.
Eastern. Yes.
Okay, that's late.
Yeah. 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 We dancing in the witching hour. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I
Yeah,
hear you.
she does have the Mystic Mondays, which happens during the afternoon on Mondays.
Oh, I bet. I bet
So
they're there all times of day. The trolls never stop. They're
yeah,
always there. You the more you're on here, it's like having thick skin in life. You
That's
know,
right.
you just bring that here. Somebody, I can't let one person's words affect me,
that's right.
especially if I don't know them. And a lot of times we talk about not letting something you can't control like affect you. Like you can't control it. So, like, isn't that how we say it, Krabby? What do we usually say? See
Yeah.
what I'm saying? My brain's all off, man.
Now I know where you're going because my whole thing is always you got to control control the controllable, right? I could say that I'm gonna do X, Y, and Z, but some of those things I have no control over it. That's why honestly, if you look at my closet, I could control my closet. My closet is very organized, and I wish my life could always be like that. But when I get if I get out of if I get into a place where I feel like everything's spiraling out of control, there's a very good chance that I'm gonna go organize my closet, my shoes. Like I'm gonna control what I can and just
You
focus on
sound
the.
OCD.
Oh, yeah, it
I
is.
mean,
It definitely
I
is.
mean, it's a little bit of OCD in there.
There's nothing wrong with that, though.
But it's the way that I find my peace. You know what I'm saying? Like if I'm at things out of control, I can find my peace right there. I can organize it and say, you know what? I controlled the controllable.
Yep.
You can't control everything, so
No, you
I won't
can't.
even
You
try.
can't. You can't stress the things you can't control. That's what I was trying
That's
to
right.
say.
There it
Like
is.
if you can't
That's it.
control it, like you can't stress that.
Yep.
Now the things you can control, like you're talking about, you have the right to stress that because you got control. It goes back. We were talking about this earlier. You got control.
That's
Just
right.
take control if you don't feel like you got it because you are in control. All of us.
Amen. Hey,
And
if
we're
if
all
there's one
smart.
message, that I would take away is that one. Is there one message that you would like to leave the people with?
Yeah, never give up, and don't forget to tell somebody you love them because life is
Mm,
too short.
amen. Thank you for
Can I
that.
just can I add something?
Yeah, of course you're here.
Um, Darling, if I could just what I'm hearing Spirit say is that there's like so many wonderful things coming forward for you. Like there's so much light around you and your family and your daughters. You have a way, you are going to be able to provide for them in a way that you have never experienced before. So
I
just
hope
settle
so.
into your blessings, settle into that abundance. Know that the family is strong. As long as you support each other and you continue to do what you're doing, you and your wife will manifest everything that you need for you and your daughters.
I know that's right.
Just put God first, light some white candles in your house, make sure you clear it out every now and then just to move any of the tension and any of the, stagnant energy.
Yep.
But there's a lot of great things coming for you and your family. So I wish you
Awesome.
guys much love and much peace.
Right back at you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hey, thanks for popping in, Serena. I appreciate it.
You're welcome. I'm
Baller.
going to drop down now, guys.
All right, cool. Baller, again, thank you for your time. I really appreciate it. I look forward to continue to connect with you. Thank you to everybody who came out, checked out the live.
For real, for real.
Again, this will be on my YouTube if you want to go back and watch it. A lot of great gems and a lot of awesome stories shared here today.
Link in the bio.
Link is in the bio.
I'll give you a
So
follow.
definitely check it out. Easy to follow. Go check it out. If you haven't followed Baller, follow him now. He's going to be going live. So if you haven't checked out his lives before, here's your chance. You can go check it out and see what it's all about. And if you have an interest in continue to grow your page, this is the man to do it with.
We'd be happy to have you. The more the merrier.
Thank you so much, brother. If you want, what we do sometimes with our group, we'll have one of our members go live on their page, jump in as a co-host, and then we move everybody over that way, like from one live to the other.
Love slap.
Yeah. So like a little push over to the other side.
Love raid.
If you want to do that, we could do that. If not,
I'm about to go live. I'll go live.
You about to go live? Okay.
2-hour live tonight.
Cool. Well, everybody, you could follow the train on over.
I appreciate y'all.
Ball's about to go live soon. So if you haven't, again, here's your chance to follow him. You want to jump out and then jump back in as a co-host?
I'm not a co-host. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, I think right now you're in as a guest.
I got you. Yeah. I'll go live. I got you. Yep.
Yeah, and then I'll pull you back in real quick, and then we'll switch over that way. Yeah. So again, to everybody who rocked out for the hour, man, like this went way better than I thought it was gonna be. I thought I was gonna kind of have to rush, and not that he made me feel like I was gonna have to rush, but I didn't want to hold him up because I know he got his things going on as well. But I really appreciated him taking the time and connecting. But now that he's not here, I feel like I can't wear a crown without him here. But again, thank you guys again for rocking out. This is episode 3 of TIMS Tuesday. This is my story. Today we got to hear from Grow with Baller and his story and what he's done to achieve his success and his version of success. So I hope you guys got something out of this. I hope you guys receive the message and you guys continue to, like he said, set your goals, continue to work towards it, and make sure you tell somebody that you love them. Like, I think that was such a great thing to leave us with. Like it's very rare that we stop and think about that. So take that time. Would we be able to say our story? Yeah. Man, look, I there's a lot of Tuesdays, right, in the year. There's 52 Tuesdays in the year. So I definitely am still looking for people to connect with. If you have a story and you could go live, or somebody who has a story and they could go live, please reach out to me or send me, their page so I can reach out to them. I'm obviously going to have to fill these slots. It's every Tuesday, 7 p.m. This is my story Tuesday. And I'm definitely going to need other people, to bring into this box and connect with and all of that. So please continue to send me. A few people have sent me and I've reached out. I don't see his page live yet. No friends are currently broadcasting live. Okay. I will make sure I send you a message then as well. I appreciate that. Definitely want to, I got some people lined up, but I also, like I said, I have to fill the slots, and I want to connect with as many people from as many, diverse backgrounds and all of that. So it's definitely important for us to connect here and share out the information. Let your friends know that this is what we do. And I think everybody has a story, and everybody should hear each other's story, because it helps us realize that we're not the only ones going through it. So yeah, let me see. So maybe, I thought he goes live at 8 p.m, but maybe not. Maybe I'm wrong. I'll give it a minute or two just to see. But maybe he's taking a break. It was actually a pretty longer than I think we both thought it might go. He definitely said 9. No, I'm not sure why you said that. I've been nervous early go live. Oh, that's okay. Hey, we could always plan the questions in advance, so so you're not caught off guard, and gives you some time to think about it. So Uh, hello. Yeah, so definitely gonna continue to. Oh, he went live. Okay, let me see. I don't know why it's not popping up. Very weird. It's saying that nobody's live. It's not even showing me anybody else live at all right now. So that's weird because I can't even. Let me see. Maybe it's this way. Yeah, that's weird. It's not even showing me anybody else to like. Even if I wanted to do a battle, it's not popping up. Oh, he might have it all. Yeah, that's right. He probably does that because his lives are continuous. So it's all good. Um, we'll leave it at that then. I'm pretty sure he doesn't need me to send him viewers. He's pretty good. So all right, thank you guys. Thank everybody to who stuck around, to my moderators, to everybody who sent gifts. We greatly appreciate them. Thank you so much for everything, and rocking with me for this episode of Tim's Tuesday. Till next time, thank you for your time. Peace.